Conchar tried to keep it alive. Picked up by Brown. Conchar's digging at it. Needs a little help. Jaren hits the three. First three-point make for Jaren tonight. He's got 11. Against Miami, he's got 27. 5 gone by in the fourth. Jaren's got to look at a three. And it drops in.
Memphis shooting at the basket to our right and in possession of the ball after the opening tip. Here's Morant, and he goes to Jaren Jackson Jr. for a corner three that's good. Rookie Jalen Wells on the drive into the paint, kept out of the deep paint by Luka. Bain on the kick out, misses a three. The rebound is tipped around, and Wells has it, and Jackson will shoot a second three of the game and make his second three of the game.
March calling for it. Offline with a three. Tip rebound, back to Marcus. Jaren will give it a go. Yes! For three.
The one thing you want to do on a defensive end for the Grizzlies is don't overhelp to Ben Simmons.
Jaren's three is through. Former Dallas Maverick. Oh, BC, a back tap rebound. Jaren for three. Bango. Zaire Williams misses the three. Rebound Jaren. Morant, drop off. Walk up three. Got it! Jaren Jackson Jr. off the feed from Morant.
Well, look what happens. Look at the crowd.
I was like, Zach Laravia, that's not right. Confusing him with Zach. Jaren Jackson Jr. for three.
And that's what he's capable of doing. We saw him earlier in the other night against game out and where his place is in this game. Still a work in progress for Zach Edey.
But if I was Edey, as Jackson hits the tray.
Grizzlies can take the lead. Edey's third block of the night. Jackson with that slingshot three.
Morant the low dribble. Kick it. Jackson for the lead. He's got it. Memphis up by 1. 25 points, 12 rebounds. Laravia gets it in for Jackson way outside. Jackson forces a three and he banks it in. Book it for Jaren Jackson Jr.
Jaren, a walk-up three. Bingo!
Brandon Clark, great defense that he has gained over these years to get to the basket.
Carrington, a step-up three off the back iron. Rebound Pippen. Jaren for three. Yes! Jaren Jackson Jr.
This Williams Jr. with the time that he's been off, so you're not going to throw heavy minutes at him.
No.
You're still going to need all of these guys to be ready to perform.
Jaren for three. Bango! A 21-point first half.
And not just on the defensive side.
Jaren's got to look at a three. Bango! Jaren, 3 of 6.
Come calling.
Jaren, a step back three. Bango! 32 for Jaren Jackson Jr., a season high. Conchar, offensive rebound. Let's get Pippen an assist here. I see that triple-double. Sets up Jaren. Yes, there it is. That's number 9.
Blazers very cold in the first quarter, shooting the ball 6 of 21, 1 of 10 from 3. Memphis slightly above 50%. Jackson, a look from 3. And here comes Luke Kennard. Kennard playing in his 3rd game this year. 6'5" vet. Terrific standstill three-point shooter. Out he comes to Jackson for 3. Edey in weight, blocks the shot, leading to a Jackson 3 in transition, feeling it now.
Yeah, that's Kennard directing traffic. He sent Conchar through along the baseline.
Vincent just 5 of 28 last year, 3 for 26 this year. Jaren Jackson comes back with a 3. And now Aldama looking to push. The 3 from Jaren Jackson.
And that's the one he loves.
Jaren, a walk-up three. Got it!
Sarge said the thing about this is I can't play him off the dribble with the threes. Westbrook with a wide open one. Sarge with one of his own.
Jaren with one of his own. No-look Wells. Guarded by Embiid. Grizzlies need to create some space here for Jalen. Jaren, a corner three. Bango.
Turnovers are going going to be the Grizzlies' Achilles heel this season.
Jackson for three. Got it.
Bain working on Io. Now Pippen off to the left. Jackson can shoot it from out there. And knocks down the Trey.
Yeah, he's very comfortable playing out on the perimeter. You know, he doesn't have the, he hadn't had the, he's had a quick hook. There's Jaren Jackson. But he's had a quick hook, recently.
Jaren steps back for three. Bango.
I like BC turning down the three in the corner.
Jaren will try for three and put it in. Jaren Jackson Jr.'s first triple of the game.
I like the way the Grizzlies closed out that third quarter.
Jaren, an open three. Got it. Jaren, a walk-up three. Got it! Jaren Jackson Jr. ends the long drought from deep. And Toppin is down and hurting, and he's holding his left leg. Jaren for three. Got it! 3 minutes remaining. Shot clock at 6 for Morant. Morant against Halliburton, whips it into the corner. A Jaren three. Bango! Right between the eyes, and the Grizzlies go up 17.
Interesting story, too. Started at D2 Sonoma State in Northern California. Jackson with that line drive delivery. Tatum was second and fourth, didn't throw him off at all. In fact, he was even better than normal. Oh, Jaren Jackson's got a rolling tonight. Drew Holiday 4 for 17 from outside the arc. Oh, Jackson, that's tough. You can see Cornette giving him room because he's been driving.
Here he is now being guarded by Clark. Valanciunas on the pull-up. Grizzlies took care of business last night, beating Denver 122 to 113. Valanciunas scores for Washington. He's got 8, 4 of 8 shooting. Jackson Jr. rattles in a three. Now Wills. Cut off on the baseline. Passes it to Jackson Jr.
Quick release.
Bain. Looney covers him up. Jaren's got a topside look from three. It's through! The Grizzlies' 17th triple of the game.
Bain to Jackson. And the three-pointer is good.
Allowed him to elevate and knock in that much needed three. And speaking of which, Jaren Jackson Jr. can definitely.
Morant with 10 to shoot. Screen by Edey. Morant, 5 to shoot. Works against Olynyk. Corner three, Jaren. Yes! Big make and took.
It's a good read by CJ at double figures now with 11 points and 3 boards. Man, threes are falling, aren't they? Got 45 on the board. We still have just inside of 9 left in the half. Deep three. Jaren Jackson Jr. and a timeout for Willie Green. There was enough space over there, wasn't there? So here we go. Final 12 minutes. Luke Kennard sets it up for a corner three. Jaren Jackson Jr. They get what they wanted. That's a great play. An ATO.
Yeah.
Bang. Yep. A fastball to the other corner.
That's what winning does. And the Suns, they have to get up that hill, and they'll start to know how to win once they start to settle down and feel real confident in doing it. They just have not had that chance. Everybody over there knows that they're going to play. And we haven't mentioned Zach Edey, who is a problem as well, and he's played exceptional for them. He did not want him to have to dribble it.
Bain outside, Jackson Jr. up the screen. Laces the three.
Don't allow him to get free touches.
Jackson Jr. step back three. He's got 34.
Domantas Sabonis with a long look at it.
They run the same action to Monk. Ellis with the payout.
When this Kings team is knocking down their threes, they are a tough team to defend, and they just haven't been able to do it consistently as Jaren Jackson. almost able to come up and save that ball in that last offensive possession.
A rare ball screen by Memphis as Jackson. Bang. Out to Jackson for 3. Wow, good offense by Memphis. The lead back down to 6. Doug Christie.
Wells against Klay Thompson. Huff covered up. Couldn't get loose with the 3. Jaren's 3 dances and drops in. And Jaren points back to the bench.
Zach Edey playing huge here to start.
Dez downhill. Jaren. A 3. Yes! Jaren Jackson Jr.
All of Minnesota's attempts here in the fourth have been from three-point range. Pippen out to Jackson. Tied it up. Bulls average of 109 points per game. They have 119 with 4:40 to go in regulation. Kennard over to Bane. Bane to Jackson for 3. Nailed it.
In Memphis with just 1. Triple J from the corner. He heaves and hits.
He's moving well without the basketball, getting a lot of wide open shots.
Jackson Jr. was only 4 of 15 from the field. That's his first 3 made tonight. Kennard almost got it ripped away. Jackson Jr. stepping back on Wemby. Wow.
I think they always need to, Mark. They're much better at it than they were a season ago, I feel like, as Jackson walks right into a 3. Wemby a little bit upset with himself.
And 1 and done for the Spurs. Bane cross court to Jaren Jackson Jr. Boy, he'd been quiet for a while until that 3, Doris. The majority of teams run in the NBA right now. This team attacks space a little bit differently. Jaren Jackson knocking down the 3.
Jackson for 3. Got it. Jaren Jackson Jr. First triple for Jaren. Kennard works his way around Misi. Shot clock down to 7. Payne gives way. Jaren a corner 3. That's through. And the Grizzlies start 5 for 5.
And they don't want to get Bane of the ball, although it's Jaren Jackson for a really good look. And he got the triple. They are now 10 of 24 on their 3.
Kennard was open for 3. Instead, it's Jaren for 3. It's through. Jaren Jackson Jr. the triple, and it's a 3-point game.
Robinson Earl got an open 3, and now Green got an open 3 because of it.
Kennard sets up Jaren. 3. Yes, and the foul. A 4-point chance for Jaren Jackson Jr.
What makes him so good is how he can run so fast to get open, but then compose himself, get his legs under him before jumping.
Jaren Jackson Jr., his 5th triple of the game. 25 for Jaren Jackson Jr. They'll get another acquisition when Vince Williams Jr. is able to play again. Kennard skip pass, Jaren, rhythm 3, got it. Jaren Jackson Jr. first field goal of the game.
Early in the season. Now there's no thought process to what he's doing.
Jackson for 3, bango. Jaren Jackson Jr. his 2nd triple, 26.
Yeah, previously deuce along the baseline about 12 feet away.
Jaren Jackson Jr. comes right back with a 3. He's shooting 35%.
Art leads the league in loose balls, recovering. You saw it there. So this man omnipotent on the D now.
And Jackson answers with a 3.
Improvising that time with the reverse layup.
Jackson fires and rattles in a 3.
Score with the best of them.
Pippen working, Jackson free to fire a 3. Jaren Jackson.
He's just got to shoot that turnaround jump hook over his left shoulder.
Averaging almost 10 a game. A little DHO to Bane. Sprays it out to Jackson Jr. And he drills the 3 ball. Kennard. Trying to get their spacing right. Jackson Jr. spaces pretty well right there with the 3 ball.
I wouldn't put it past me.
Kennard out to Edey. One more to Jaren Jackson Jr. wide open and cashes out for the Grizz.
He's such a complete player.
Jackson inside. Good to turn at the rim that time. Zach Edey. The trailer, Jackson good.
On a right-handed player, you're just conditioned to close out on him in a different angle than that, but he wants to go to the area that you're giving him.
Oh, there's the 3 with the right hand, and he knocks down that. Lillard was looking for a call. He missed the mid-range. Chance to take the lead now for the Grizzlies. Jackson for the lead. Cash. Jackson Jr. on the pick and pop. And another three ball. His 7th of the evening. That's a season high.
But that guy becomes a screener. Now you're having their best player coming off of screens against him.
Jaren Jackson Jr. has space for a three, and he rips the floor. For me to get there. So the Grizzlies get it back off the turnover. Jaren's back on the floor. Tries for three. It's through. Jaren Jackson Jr. Morant, a little off balance. Jaren, corner pocket for three.
In a block in that game, and then the last game 31-6 and 3 blocks. 7-point lead. Here's Jackson launching, and the three is good. And Grizzlies on the run. Williams. Here's Jackson. Another three and a timeout. 8-0 run. And Triple J with a denial. Wells spins around, kicks it back up top, leaning into it.
L Train,
The L Train
legend.
That's right. The Explorers, LaSalle, Tom Gola Arena. Jackson with the three. He's got 30.
Shot clock down to 2. Williams misses a three, boarded by Bain. Jackson, Edey, Bain, Kennard, and Vince Williams Jr. Jaren, a walk-up three. Bango!
Big thing for the Grizzlies in this second quarter.
Hey, how about we just go out and do what we set out to do? Better defensive activity, more ball movement offensively. Let's try and get into our offense a little bit better. Grizzlies just 17 assists here in this game tonight.
Ja Morant just 3 points, 1 field goal. Jaren Jackson for 3. And all of a sudden, that lead is down to 13.
And not add to it at the free throw line. And pass broken up, stolen by Williams. Ahead to Morant. Jackson for three. Yes!
Boarded by Wells. Grizzlies looking to turn the floor. Bain drives, dishes, Morant. Extra pass, an open three. Jaren Jackson Jr. Grizzlies are tied the lead with a long one. They trailed by as many as 8 in the first half. Jaren, a walk-up three for the lead. It's through. 63-62. Grizzlies the advantage. Morant. Shot clock down to 5. Bain, pump fake against Plumlee. Jaren for 3 to beat the clock, and he put it in. Jaren Jackson Jr. having one of those nights tonight. Morant. Wells able to save to Bain. Jackson for 3. Down the well it goes for Jaren Jackson Jr. Appearing in his 282nd consecutive game. Only Mikal Bridges has a longer current streak. Jaren's 3. That's through. Jaren is the first 5 for the Grizzlies. Vassell with a rebound to the Jaren miss. Jaren knocks it away from behind. Picked off by Aldama. Grizzlies with numbers. Jaren tries a 3 and puts it in. Timeout taken by San Antonio. Grizzlies within a dozen. 67 bench points from the Spurs. Jaren's 3. Down it goes. Timeout San Antonio. Wells drives on Fox. Jaren's 3 is through. 35 for Jackson. No timeout, so you have to beat the 5-second count. Jaren against Sohan. Jaren, a fadeaway 3 for the tie. Banked it in! He banked it in! Oh, yes, he did! Oh, wow.
Against this team, you cannot have any type lull. They take advantage of the opportunity.
Jackson for 3, it's through. Jaren Jackson Jr.
Well, you know how much we talk about the quality of shots that the Grizzlies would like to get. These shots that the Cavs have shot are high quality.
Jackson's 3 is through. Jaren 2 for 2 from beyond.
Oh, they're going to a boxing 1 here defensively. Okoro staying on Ja Morant. Jaren Jackson Jr. makes that 3, and the other 4 guys, they don't really have a guy who can be the guy for their team.
Jackson out of the corner, knocks down the 3. Jaren Jackson Jr., his first triple of the game.
Comes off long into the hands of Pippen. Speeds across the timeline. Jackson trailing, pushes a 3 up there and in.
The way they started the first half with a play called to perfect execution.
Blazers 16-point lead. Jackson comes back and he counters with a triple.
In Boston, where the Grizzlies said, we're going to let Drew Holiday shoot.
Man, probably right now, done knocking down a couple. Can Jaren match it as he does, knock down his first 3 of the game? And
Luke Kennard wide open, which is something we do not do, and that's just a lack of communication. So who's your man? Who do you have?
I'll tell you what, defender, but also an offensive weapon. You put them right in the same category as any other dangerous team that you see in the Western Conference.
For him, man, you can hit that a lot more consistently.
That was a tough shot. A little hezzy. You saw that for a moment, but Jackson Jr. gathered.
Doing a nice job of disrupting the half-court game of the Grizzlies.
Did you see that, T?
How fortuitous this was that bounce.
Up off the top.
That's probably why the Grizzlies have pretty much doubled up the Thunder at the free throw line.
Oh, Wells got caught, almost threw it right to Caruso. Behind the back pass, and Jaren Jackson Jr. and his passing ability, it's just his patience and his willingness to wait for something to open up. As Jaren Jackson Jr. on the deep 2.
He looked at the official, did get the whistle, ran back down the floor.
And the threes all of a sudden starting to drop for the Grizzlies. That is Jackson Jr., the latest. Here, 97-96. Court's been all over Bane throughout this game. Open shooter, Jackson, and Jackson at the perfect time here in the fourth quarter. Jaren Jackson Jr. thinking about the 3, fires away and scores.
A Jackson 3, good! Jaren Jackson Jr. with 5 early. 6-point game. Grizzlies down 10. Jackson, Morant, Aldama, Kennard, and Williams. A Jaren Jackson 3 is through. Bane, Jackson, Jaren, a step back 3, put it in. 131-125, 2-possession game.
Finds a way to get it done. When he comes out aggressive, they're such a better team in my opinion.
Holiday, an air ball. Tillman saves with the Bagley. Shot clock was about to expire. A Jackson 3, puts it in, boarded by Aldama.
And Tatum missed that one, but that was because of an excellent challenge by Jaren Jackson Jr., who might end up being the defensive player of the year this season.
And then he drops it a 3.
Thanks, Pete. I chatted with Grizzlies assistant coach Jason March, who said we have to make sure we defend the 3. They take the most, they make the most, and that's in their game plan. He said it's about our communication and trust.
Screen by Jaren for Pippen. A pick and pop, a Jackson 3 is through. Jaren Jackson Jr. Jackson a walk-up 3, bango. 1-point game.
And an efficient scoring bench, shooting 58% from the floor and 47 from 3. And as we talk about threes, Jaren Jackson.
Well, B.A., we had a great time getting to know Tomas Istolo before the game, and he told us that he fell in love with the NBA around the 3rd grade, watching the '92 finals with Portland and Chicago.
Jaren. He's got Pippen open, finds him, Pippen kicks it to the corner, Jackson hits a big 3. Clutch shot after clutch shot.
1:10 left in the 3rd.
All with Cade Cunningham resting. How good is that?
Jackson Jr. for 3, and it's through. He missed the last one, but he nailed this one.
Jackson.
Edey the last 6 games averaging 14 boards a game as Jaren Jackson Jr. sticks the landing on a 3-ball. He actually came out of that better than most thought in real time. He does have a fractured wrist. It's going to knock him out the rest of the season for sure, but they're back up 20 with 1.5 minutes to go. Jackson hits a 3-pointer. Pippen pushes. He's got Morant running with him. Bane, the trailer. Jackson sets up for 3. Jackson, cash money. It's a 10-point game.
Jackson Jr. got it.
And John into the lane, throws it up, no. And everybody standing on the perimeter just stayed there. Edey bounced it back out, and it cost them 3 points.
Smart's doubled. Laravia down the lane. An open Jaren Jackson triple. That's in. Pippen thought about the three. Jaren will take and make from downtown. And Colin Castleton to the scores table. The cheers are for Yuki predominantly. Jaren banks in a three to give him 20 on the night.
Jaren Jackson Jr., Defensive Player of the Year. Blocks leader a couple of times from the outside. That's what he does, Stu. Steps into that three. Zach Edey. He puts it on the floor, a little rhythm. This is good swinging of the basketball to Jaren Jackson Jr. from Ja.